Alright, so we're pushing through ever since that loss. I'm gonna try my best to prevent from that happening ever again. Honestly, in my honest opinion, I feel like the game itself is like fun. I mean, I don't feel like, you know, like I didn't really waste my money on it. Obviously it's gonna get better. Obviously that's how KF 1 and 2 were for the entirety of their life cycle. Obviously, like, the only difference is that KF2 was labeled early access and this game is a full release, but in all honesty, most games these days are just always not finished. So it is what it is. What is even happening here? Video where or like make it like a little challenge on running like no attachments on a perk, you know, on a perk weapon. So just buy like the base weapons and see how they fare against everything in general. In my honest opinion, I do feel like it's kind of like the same thing with like KF in general, because most new people do end up trying to play higher difficulties, thinking if they're good at FPSs, they will be good at here, but there's more mechanics to just being able to be shooting everything. It's more of like management and all of that. There's more technicality into it. My phone's about to die. Like, I guess this is like not really a message to like newbies, but it's just more or less like people just want to be carried, thinking that other perks or other players are going to be carrying them throughout the entirety of the match. But knowing KF, there's always a limit to how much someone can actually carry. So it's very, very fond of KF 1 and 2. Obviously, a lot of people like doing the easy way out rather than putting the effort and learning the actual game, instead of just, oh, I'm just gonna buy the Vulcan right off the bat and then it'll carry me on hell on earth. But it's just more like you gotta know what you're doing. You gotta know what, like, there's just more, in my opinion, more technicality in just the KF franchise itself. It's always been like that. Like, obviously in 1 you would always have people try to, you know, focus on bigger Zeds and no damage resistance, because obviously like flesh pounds are weak to explosives, but they're somewhat resistant to firepower and all that, you know, like bullets. But or like Skrakes. Skrakes are weak against bullets, but resistant to explosives, kind of deal, you know. So it's like stuff like that. You kind of have to know what's going on and focus on what you need to be focused on. And even then, like perks, like this is why I always had like gripe with like the survivalist perk as a whole, was that you're trading. Like, I just thought the whole perk was just a gimmick by itself, because I was just like, I'm not a fan of, like, I get what the survivalist perk was supposed to be, but I was always very against playing with survivalists, because it just didn't make any sense to me why we needed a perk that requires that allows you to use any essentially use any weapon. And it's like, well, every other perk probably was capable of doing the same thing, but you're losing out on a lot of things in general. Because obviously, with the survivalist, you were able to choose any grenades that from any perk, any weapon, any tier 1 starting weapon. And so it's like, what was the purpose of having this perk here if literally you're getting 50% of one of each perk, essentially? The availability of the perks as well. Like, if a survivor is running a medic build, then why are you not a medic? You get what I mean? Yes. And I don't know, that's my hot take about like survivalists, because it's just, in my opinion, it wasn't really necessary. It just seemed very lazy in terms of just adding a new perk just to add a new perk. And Yeah, like in the beginning, I remember because the survivalist was pretty weak by itself, but then they had to do a bunch of changes to make it better, or at least usable, that people would want to use it. And then they started adding like specific weapons for the perk, you know. But that was way later on, and I was just kind of like, well, what's the point of this here for 3? Like, off-perk weapons isn't really a... It's really... They want you to do off-perk weapons because they don't specify only commando weapons or only... Like, I think the only one that really kind of specified a bit was... the only one that really specified it was the ninja class out of... Ninja and Firebug, but to an extent, Firebug can use any weapons that, you know, has fire... heat damage, essentially. Yeah, honestly, I just pray, like, I hope that the survivalist doesn't come back, because everyone's basically a survivalist perk, you know, and it shows, you know, like, you can go, like, they, even in the dev stream, or like the live stream they did at PAX, they said, like, yeah, we love seeing build with that goes off perk weapons and all that, so it's like, they want us to do it, so why not? But obviously, just how effective your off-perk weapon is. Like, if you're just going for the Vulcan, you're just pretty much being useless. So hopefully, they're probably gonna do like the adjustments to the Vulcan during the rearmament update, at least. So I'm looking forward to what Tripwire has in store, but it seems like they're very excited about the second season, but I'm very curious on how long the launch season lasts, because it feels a bit too long, to be honest. This should blow them up. Okay, never mind, it just blew up majority of them. Okay, you just had to do that to me, man. I'm getting bullied here. Okay, I am definitely getting bullied here. I also realized I haven't been using my grenades at all, and there's a lot of them here.
I should have fun doing what I do. Spray needs more development.
Okay. Siren was about to kill me once again, dude. Trader's all the way over there, okay. Or having the, I don't know, like, perks wise, though, I hope that this, like, not like priority, but like, some of my top perks that I do hope that do return to, that does return, are the, where is she? Is she behind me? Oh, she's right there. Yeah, I like primarily SWAT, support specialists, and I think demo would also be pretty fun to have back. SWAT, support specialist, and demo. Because one, I really hope that if they make the demos like guns, I'm assuming like the loadout would probably be like either the HR, not the HR, I forgot the gun, but the explosive pistol probably, or something like something. Then the M79, you could have the M4 203 grenade launcher with the demo and then it will automatically have the grenade launcher. All you can, but the difference would be you can change the ammo type of the grenade to be like fire, acid, bio type of deal, you know. So that's what I'm hoping for. Like, I mean, obviously some ideas could probably be a bit better, but obviously demo, you know, you can change the ammo type for the M4 because it become more versatile and all that. And obviously that's what they really want to have, like versatility in builds and all that. The Seeker 6 could be, instead of like a DLC weapon, it could be a base gun, because if they mix sci-fi weapons and normal weapons in the demo build, then it would make sense. And then maybe the tier 4 could be like the RPG or something. Because I think that was the tier 4 for the not the medic, for the demo, so that'll be pretty funny. Alright, we got one more match and then we will be good to go. SWAT could probably have like the Vector P90, MP7, you know, it's like they could probably adjust like either SMGs. What other? Oh yeah, it came with the MP5, but the MP5 is already in game, and it's back as a medic gun now, which is sad. But I mean, obviously, cross perk is a thing. So wait, there's another Scrake that spawned. There's 4 Scrakes, if I heard that correctly. Stumble, please. Thank you.
Didn't see that.
What? Okay, I don't know if this is gonna if this is gonna do anything to the Scrake, but okay, that one's dead. They have a lot of variety that they can do, but like sometimes the futuristic guns just seem sometimes I don't know why, but like some developers make guns so ugly now. Like the reason why I stopped playing like COD for a bit when they were in their future era was primarily because all of their guns just looked terribly ugly. Like it looked terrible. Like maybe some guns look good, but majority of them just looked bad. Oh, I did not realize he was right there. This Husk is still here? Dude! There he goes. He messed up his jump. Wait, where did he go? No, what? I could jump and shoot too. The hell?
Human corpse. Never.
What the? Why was he posted like that? Okay. Oh, thank goodness it's the Impaler.
Just have to reload here. Here's one for you.
What? You could cancel his rockets with Imram's with the engineer ability? I did not know that. That is crazy. Done. Oh my goodness. I didn't know that's crazy. You could cancel that? You could completely negate his rockets just like that, just like poof, reduced to atoms. Head back to the stronghold, add a bit more to the perks and skills, and then we will be finished with this session. At the moment, this has been a very interesting one. So obviously, 0 to 30 engineers pretty much on the finishing up series. So until then, I'll be back.